This is the Seahawkers podcast. I'm Brandon Schultz, and I am joined by my good buddy Adam Emmert as we are live following the game against the Tennessee Titans. The Seahawks get the win 30-24, and as close as it seems at the end of the game, the Seahawks were well in control of this game from pretty much start to finish.
For sure. It did feel like they were in cruise control. I think everybody in the stands, which was I guessed 50% Seahawks fans. Brandon corrected me. He said it's probably closer to 40%, but a huge contingent of 12s there. I think we're all in a pretty relaxed mode throughout the game as, the Titans go up 3-0 early, but Hawks come back in the first half and start to actually pile on with the lead there, get to 16-3 at the half. And with a lot of that coming down to the JSN show, and it continues today here on Sunday.
Yeah, JSN breaks the record for the Seahawks franchise, 1,313 yards for the year, and he just had a whale of a game. The Titans had absolutely no answer for him, left him one-on-one on multiple occasions, had 2 touchdowns, maybe should have had 3, but they did a great job on defense, pushing him out of the back of the end zone. Comes away 8 catches, 167 yards, the 2 touchdowns. And the offense of the 244 Sam Darnold passing yards, 167 going to JSN.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the JSN show in full effect. AJ Barner had a couple nice catches in there as well. Cup had a catch or 2 that happened. So we saw that. But run game also on track today. And it felt like K9 really was able to get out there and kind of get going early and often.
Yeah. No George Holani. So I know there was some concern that Ken Walker maybe not exactly fully healthy.
Yeah.
But with 11 carries, 71 yards, and then Charbonnet spelling him a little bit, 6 carries, 35 yards. One of the things I felt like they didn't run the ball enough because it just seemed like every time they ran to the perimeter, it was 5, 7, 11, 19 in the case of the longest for K9. So the Tennessee defense did not seem to be able to defend the perimeter all that well. It was all the stuff up the middle that they seemed to bottle up, which makes sense when you consider that's where the strength of their defense is.
1,000% yes. You took the words right out of my mouth. And you did wish that they would have leaned into the run game a little bit more in the fourth quarter to try to close this out and keep it from maybe getting as close as it did score-wise towards the end. But defense played a great game for the majority of the game. They gave up the long drive early. Cam Ward, let's give Cam Ward a lot of credit. He was getting smacked around pretty good all game, and he had some incredible throws off platform, out of rhythm, and able to move the chains with his legs. I was really impressed with Cam Ward today, and I liked him a lot coming out of the draft this last year, and to see him go out there and do it against a high-level defense was impressive.
You say impressed, and I feel like that falls into the annoying category for me because there were a lot of annoying
We
things.
won, so it's impressive.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if we had lost, it'd have been annoying.
Yeah. Well, there were still things that annoyed me in this game, and I want to get into those too, I suppose. But I'm not annoyed by Carly Perkins, Car in our Discord, with the $4.99 super chat. We're going to give Car, the executive producer, mantle today. And she says, not a game I want to dwell on, but a dub. But it is a dub. So the run game was solid too. Hoping Darnold looks better in his revenge game next week. As far as Sam Darnold goes in this game, there were some annoying things that happened, but 16 for 26, as I mentioned before, there were some nice checkdowns that he hit too. And obviously hit JSN for 167 yards. So able, throwing it deep. There were some passes though that maybe could have been picked off in this game, and maybe should have because they hit the defenders square in the hands.
Yeah. So the 26 pass attempts, that's right where you want him to be. I feel like that's a sweet spot for Sam. I do feel like he did a little bit better job of maybe just dirting one here or there when he needed to, and just kind of maybe taking a sack instead of just trying to put the ball in harm's way. But with that said, still 2 balls that live, it felt like 3. The one to Barner in the end zone that was a fairly contested one, but it did hit him in the hands, and he probably should have caught that. So 2 balls that I really thought were concerning, put the ball in jeopardy. the one out to K9 early in the game that was well behind him. And then the deep shot that I think was going to Shaheed, maybe.
He was getting pressure by Simmons, and so it was like on the far side of the field from where we could see. So I don't know how much it impacted the throw, but obviously, I mean, it went to the safety.
I feel like he was hit after the ball was released.
Yeah.
But again, we were.
But it could have been the drifting away from the pressure that caused him.
You can't be off by 25 yards
just saying,
because a guy was around your vicinity. Like, you got to be able to do a little better than that. So, still had the opportunity to see some of those Sam turnovers, but maybe he made progress today. I'm not entirely sure because, again, I don't think this Titans team is one that you look at and go, this is a premium defense that he has to go against. And not only that, but they were in command most of the game too. So you're not in scramble mode. You're not trying hard to, really pass the ball around and try to bring your team back.
Yeah.
And so uneven performance, I would say.
Reed Go Hawks 2397 saying he was hit. So yes, we were not watching the TV broadcast live, but he did get hit. I just don't know at what point to where it impacted the throw.
Right. Yeah. Because it felt like it was gone by the time he got hit. But again, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. We've got Ryan 911, our live executive producer, coming in with a 999 super chat saying go Hawks, and go Hawks to Ryan as well. So other things in the annoying bucket. Fourth down conversions.
Yeah, how many fourth downs we give up today? Like
5.
63?
5 of 7.
Okay, yeah.
So not 63, but
it felt like 63. Yeah.
And penalties, a lot of penalties, really on both teams. The Seahawks were penalized 11 times for 69 yards, and the Titans 10 for 63. It felt like the Titans had more penalties, but it turns out no. It was about the same for each, and we actually had them by 1.
Yeah, it eventually evened out. A lot of pre-snap penalties for the Seahawks, which is something that I think is going to, when you put it in the annoying column, I think that's going to annoy Coach Mike quite a bit, especially when you're in a stadium that was literally dead. Like, stadium was dead.
Yeah.
You shouldn't
even the 40% of Seahawks fans that were there, I think we heard them the loudest when Cooper Kupp caught passes.
Yeah. When Kupp caught a pass or two, they did come to life a little bit. And, we all did try to cheer on third down a little bit, but I feel like we were all on the road. We're on vacation. Like, I don't think we need to actually go out there and make a ton of noise.
When you're up 30-10, it's like hard to get like super into it. And then it was at the end of the game. And again, going into those final couple of drives, like we got them off the field on fourth down around the 8 to 10 minute mark, where they had the opportunity to maybe put it within a touchdown. And then that last drive, it was kind of like, okay, let's just make sure we don't give up anything deep. And that's exactly what they did. Yes, they marched down the field, and it just kept, the clock kept ticking, and it was under 2 minutes, and they still hadn't scored. And it was like, the defense, they have this under control.
And they did. They were the best unit on the field all day, and it definitely showed. I thought Leo had another nice day. Byron Murphy gets a sack today. That was fun. And obviously Leo got a sack in there. Nuosu, I thought he had a couple nice pressures as well. And then we got to talk about the Kalispell kid. Alleged Glacier High School alumni. I still don't believe it. I think he's a Brave. But anyways, Patrick O'Connell gets in there, has a couple nice hits after giving up a really boneheaded scramble early in the game where he gets pump faked by Cam Ward when he was past the line of scrimmage. You can't do that. But
But overall on the day, a good job by the Kalispell kid, Patrick O'Connell. And I guess so. The thing, someone saying too, Reed Go Hawks saying 40 pressures. 40 seems like really high, but it did seem like Cam was under duress a lot, and that's why I called it so annoying, because it felt like, well, for one, the defense, I don't think that they wanted to spy Cam Ward because they didn't see him really as a run threat, just because, really, as far as what we saw from him, yes, he picked up a lot. He was their leading rusher, but it was 6 carries for 37 yards. And I think as a defense that if you don't have a quarterback who is a run threat, like, you'll take 6 carries for 37 yards. It was just, I think, in those moments of those fourth downs, and then he had these crazy, like good plays where he
Yeah.
would throw it to the middle of the field and there'd be a guy wide open after he scrambled out of bounds, and guys that where he threw it like nearly in the dirt, and the receivers would just pick it up off the ground. So yes, there those. Again, I'm filling up this annoying bucket.
Okay, in the annoying bucket, I do see that Reed here says that the 40 pressure stat was from PFF. So that tells me everything I need to know because they count. I think when Cam Ward like walked into the stadium, he was pressured, according to PFF. Probably when he took a shower, he got pressured again.
Yeah.
After the game,
Well,
like
you can get pressured on by more than one player, and I think that's where the 40 comes from. It's not like pressured on 40
if
dropbacks.
you want to try to explain PFF pressure numbers, I'll let you because they make zero sense to me. But honestly, Cam Ward breaking some rules when it comes to quarterback play, but still getting away with it, in a real playmaker and a bright spot for the Titans going forward.
Yes, good high pressure in the shower. That is important.
Yeah, it is important.
And that's why
I don't know
that's why
if the water temp was good, but the pressure,
BFF counts
40 of it. Yeah.
And Amy's saying it's sad that we didn't have the noise. I don't know if I'd categorize it as not being sad because again, they were down 2 scores for like the entire game.
The entire game.
And so the crowd not being in it was just kind of a function of, okay, as the Seahawks fans, like, we got this, we're on the road. And really, if you were out in the bar last night on Saturday night ahead of the game, like your voice is tired already. Like, I don't know if you can hear like how hoarse my voice is, but it's because yelling over the music, and you cannot find a bar in downtown Nashville that does not have music. It's not allowed.
I mean, it's the Music City, so like it does make sense. But you're right, man. I mean, everybody partied pretty hard last night. I think. I know I'm dragging a little bit today, but also too, sitting next to a couple Titans fans and talk to them early in the second quarter, and it was just like, it's been a tough season for you guys, but you got Cam. This is looking good. And he's like, dude. Yeah, we're gonna get whipped today. Like, I'm just here for the vibes, and like that was kind of the sense of Titans fans as a whole.
And they weren't making noise either. It was like,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Second down when they're on defense and the stadium's quiet. So it was a very noiseless day.
That's why the pre-snap penalties go in the annoying bucket, because it was like a practice situation. You'd think it'd be easy not to be jumping off sides and having false starts, and they even had to delay a game in there somehow. It's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Also annoying. We were 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions, and on a 4th down that you go, that was the one where they had an opportunity to potentially kick it.
Yeah.
They decided.
Which kind of kick?
I was thinking field goal kick, but yeah, they also could have punted it, and they decided to go for it. The thing that the result was annoying because then it was a sack.
Right.
So that ends up getting backed up, and it's like, geez, at least, if you get no yards, then it's back on their side of the field.
So on that 4th and 3, was that a play action or was that a straight drawback? I think it was a straight drawback.
I don't remember. Probably straight drawback.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like, okay, so 4th and 3, you've got all the options. The last option on the table that I want to choose is straight drop back pass on 4th and 3. Like, my gut was kick the field goal. I think it would have been about a 57-yarder is my math, back of the envelope type stuff. I think J-My hit a 57-yarder the week before, right? He hit the 55-ish, 57-ish yarder, missed a 61.
The ball ended up being back where, say, if he would have missed it, then that's where the ball would have been. So I don't know.
So like that's an option. That would have been my first option. My second option would have been to punt. My third option would have been to run the damn ball. And the next option would be play action pass. And my last damn option is to do straight drop back pass on 4th and 3 to try to close out the game.
Because the field goal there then puts it up to where, say they recover the onside kick, then they can't drive down and score and then actually get the extra point to take the win. So it does give you a little bit more of a cushion, but it's again, things that are in the annoying bucket, like
it's not the annoying bucket, Brandon. Freaking W's. Like, we've sat here and like talked about a bunch of the things that like were annoying or things we didn't like. You know what I love? I love coming away with with the dub and being 8 and 3. Like, that feels good. It feels good to watch a game where it was relatively stress-free throughout. That felt good, not annoying.
No. And I know I saw a comment about how we wanted to see more sacks. We had a sack by Byron Murphy, where he just, Witherspoon was in the backfield. Murphy gets the sack. Leo Williams had a sack. You had Derek Hall getting a sack. So You did have some guys in the backfield getting home, and there was Patrick O'Connell credited with a sack too. So
Okay.
4 sacks on the day. That's nice. So good showing overall by the defense. Again, I guess it was kind of annoying that they didn't the 5 fourth down conversion. Jeez.
Lots of fourth down conversions. Yeah. And a couple of them were just miraculous plays by Cam Ward. Like they've got a keeper there. Like good for them, but not enough today. And it was enjoyable. I called the game.
How about the
enjoyable,
special
by the
teams touchdown?
What?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know why did I say that?
I don't know. I didn't want to think about it all after
Dixon
the game.
boots it, and I mean,
He changes direction.
Yeah,
I mean,
nobody
you
can run him
pointed out
down.
that Kendrick gets held
Arian
on it.
Kendrick gets held.
So let's whine about that because apparently that's what we're gonna do.
But
No,
it was a no call. You should call that. That would have been even on penalties.
the one thing that's nice about giving it up on special teams is it's not really on the defense's head. So at the end of the day, like, you know, they gave up 17 points when you really think about it, and that's still another good game by the D.
Yeah, Reed saying it was like an 80-yard punt by Dixon. He definitely outkicked the coverage, but you know,
when you're Michael Dixon, that's not hard to do.
Right.
Like it's big leg.
Someone said they want to hear us talk about JSN some more. How about the fact that Jackson Smith and Jigba, only 23 years old?
That's interesting.
He's a young guy.
Yeah, young guy.
He's going to be with us for a long time.
Yeah. How about Jackson Smith and Jigba catching a 65-yard bomb and dust the guy so bad that he gets to kind of like turn around, do a little prance, and then like finally like just
run out of bounds,
have a stroll into the end zone. And then
that one too.
Yeah. And then on the second big catch, like he starts to get like tackled and he just kind of like drags him back. He's like, oh, you're just going to let me drag you backwards for another 5 yards? I'll just do that because I'm awesome. Because I'm JSN.
Yeah. We've got Michael Knight here in the chat saying, good win, gentlemen. On to Sam's Revenge home game next week. Next week against the Vikings? Is that what we're doing the revenge against?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Well, thank you, Michael.
Did you just show it off? Is that
no? But I think we were making jokes pregame on the pre-show just about how I crawled out of the mountains looking like just as you would think.
Yeah.
Like somebody that needed some rescue and a great clips. And I got it.
So another thing that again impressive by the defense, Pollard. The fact that they just made this Titans offense one-dimensional like so easily. Pollard 11 carries, 20 yards. Like he could not get going anywhere. His longest run of the day was 7 yards, and then some of these explosive passes like by DK. I think he had a 25-yard catch, Prochet and Okonkwo. I feel like each one of those 3 explosive catches were all off of busted plays.
Yeah.
Where, and one that you pointed out where Cam throws to the middle of the field for like no reason.
Yeah.
Or it shouldn't throw it to the middle of the field, and yet he gets away with it with an amazing throw.
As he gets crushed out of bounds on top of that. Maybe I have a little Cam Ward crush. Like
Maybe.
Apparently I do the way that we're talking about it here. But interesting game. It was great to get the W here. A lot of fun to be in Nashville. My first time. Really have enjoyed the experience as a whole. Been awesome getting together with all the little flockers that we've seen throughout the weekend here. And really just a fantastic experience. Like I'm glad we got to do it. And it's because of you guys, man. And just thank you a ton for all of your support. Allows us to come here and have these sort of adventures.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Getintheflock.com, help support the show. And yes, that is the reason why we were able to do some of these live on location type things. And it was cool meeting up with folks last night at the Seahawkers gathering downtown at the Land Shark, and then Margaritaville underneath. So really cool, really fun to meet everyone downtown. Sean Scotchman saying, was that our third string linebackers playing? They did okay. Yeah, we had Drake Thomas out there. We had Patrick O'Connell. I did feel like we missed Ernest Jones out there a bit. And then Ty Okada was out in the second half with an injury. And so, I mean, they were playing at how many deep at safety in this game too, third string?
Yeah. We ended up having Steak and a Beer Bell out there. And so that was kind of adding insult to injury, because I think it's going to have to be tonight that I pay up for Clinton here, unless I just hand him cash when we walk out the door and then he can buy himself a steak and a beer. at some point to log his travels for the rest of the week.
I think they do serve steak at Dave and Buster's. So
Yeah, I'm not going to that.
Were you going to make me pay up on your bet?
No,
You
I'll
said
give him my card. You can take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you the PIN number, Clinton. It's easy.
All right. So Clinton getting his steak tonight, Adam paying up. Everybody showing up here in the post game a couple hours after the game. So really appreciate all 100 folks that decided to show up live and join us as we go through this game. That again, it's a game where it doesn't. It was impressive in the way that they were ahead by 2 scores, and then there's also that like the annoyances of maybe it being closer at the end, and then the special team stuff. Like it felt like the scoreboard didn't reflect maybe the dominance that it should have.
Yeah, I mean, there was just a tiny bit of pucker factor at the end, and that was enough to make you go, that, and then Sam putting up 2 balls there that make you go like, gosh dang it, I was kind of hoping to see you just play a really, really clean game. And look at this, but it's kind of par for the course with him throughout the year. It's looked a lot like this in almost every single game, where a couple balls that you want back, a little bit of up and down on the offense, but some big plays and some explosive plays to JSN. And it was, I think my biggest thing coming out of this offensively that I was excited about was watching K9 get going. I'm still dreaming of the day, along with Clinton, that maybe he gets, I don't know, like 20, 25 carries. Like, that'd be amazing.
Well, and with him having an injury concern, I suppose maybe they were limiting him. It just seemed like they could have used him a little bit more because, yes, only 11 carries. And then he had 3 catches out of the backfield. One of them, he had just wide open grass for what felt like, I don't know, 150 yards. And he gets knocked out of bounds, but ends up finishing with over 100 yards plus on the day. We've got Sean Scotchman saying, do you think Shaheed and Sam need to do some extra work so they can get on the same page? It would be nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it takes extra work to throw it in his zip code on a deep ball, maybe that's what they need to do. But it feels like, I guess I just can't put my finger on it yet. And
well,
they'll get there, I think.
I think maybe that people are having higher expectations for maybe what Shaheed is as a receiver. Like he's not even, gosh, in his best moments. I feel like Shaheed is probably what we wanted Marquez Valdez-Scantling to be.
Okay. I have higher expectations about Shaheed than MVS. Like, just at this point in MVS,
because he's younger. Shaheed is.
Yeah, I mean, he had almost 500 yards receiving with the Saints the first part of this year. Like, you'd think you'd be able to get him going more, other than trying to run like Wildcat with him, because we didn't talk about Kubiak going back to the don't hold my beer, watch this. I've got at least one trick play to throw at you.
Yeah, let's put Shaheed back in Wildcat and then pitch it to JSN and we did get to see a trick play. And we've got Clinton saying that Shaheed was excellent on punt returns today. Yeah,
that's true.
Gosh, he had that one where they were punting from probably their around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, somewhere
they punt it to about the 50, and then we bring it back to the 25, and that was one of those moments where it helped flip the game too.
Yeah, wide receiver 3 says Amy about Shaheed here. I'd be curious who she puts as wide receiver 2.
Well, it'd be Cup is who you would put at wide receiver 2, and I don't even know if that's the thing. I haven't seen anything from Shaheed to make him pass Cup on the depth chart yet.
Oh, I have. He runs, and he
does
can
run, but has he caught it? I've seen more significant catches from Cup.
Well, he's also been here the entire season.
Okay. Well, that's Cooper Cup, as Ryan 911 says.
Who?
Amy's right, or not Amy. Lisa's right. JSN is wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2.
Oh, is this a lot like when we had 2 QBs and we had healthy Russ and then injured Russ?
Yeah,
like those were our first 2 QBs.
And it's just JSN needs to have wide receiver 1 targets and wide receiver 2 targets. He's that good, and they can't even cover him as the 1 or the 2. So
that's a good point. Yeah.
Glad we worked that out. So big thanks to everybody who joined us live for the show as the Seahawks. They get the victory 30-24 over the Titans, and we'll be back this week. We've got 3 in, 3 out that we'll probably get to. I don't know exactly how we're going to get to that because, travel and stuff. But
by train.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll be doing it live with Clinton from here tomorrow night. We'll see.
Oh yeah, that could work
because Clinton's going to be wherever he's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe we all go on vacation. I don't know.
Maybe it'll be however many ends you and I decide, and Clinton will be out.
We'll do 3 and 3 out. That's one thing that we've never done is you and I do 3.
That's
and 3
right.
Out.
That's true fact. Yeah. One of us would have to cut up clips though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
we can outsource that to him. He's got to be on a plane.
Yeah, that's true.
Fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Send us the clips.
Yeah.
Okay, glad we had that production meeting.
Yeah,
glad we had so many flockers in chat.
Yeah.
Thanks to Carly Perkins for the super chat. A big thanks to Ryan911 for coming in. And yes, we are going to be back later this week talking Seahawks and previewing that game against the Minnesota Vikings. So looking forward to it. And I think with that,
there's only one thing left to say.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks, which is way better than tighten up.